Huh. I know. You were setting up for it. Hit play.
Hey, Guy, maybe not today. Maybe I'll shoot you a message about it. But I wanted to ask you about your interest in what helping out with some of the different events and stuff, the community stuff.
Oh, Esther, is it the thing Esther talked to you about?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
It might be.
But we can talk about it later.
Sure.
I just wanted to plant the seed now.
Yeah, of course, and Chris has a lesson.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. Do you want to? I have a lesson until 11. I was going to do serve after a little bit. Do you want to talk then or later?
Yeah, if you have like 5 minutes, but I kind of have to run after this anyway.
Okay. Well then, you can call me also.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I see what's locked.
Wait, no, let's do this.
Let's go to your mic.
Yeah. Ish. I don't think she even knows we're reading. She plays, you know, close to the table and smacks it. So, not like Isabella though. Jesus. She's a former 2000 double short pips player that I train with now. She's a nightmare.
Alright, so first I'm going to be focusing on just your ability to, your reaction speed, so your preparation, your recovery, your flinch.
Sure. We gotta get past that before we can hit the access the dial, right?
Yeah. I'm good. At least to a point where you can access the dials. Let's actually just that first point.
Yeah, this is the first one.
Not bad. The immediate preparation was good. Just a quick, smaller thing. Staying ready to make micro adjustments throughout is an important thing. So here, it's kind of tough to see. So you spring back, which is good. You're hop ready, and the ball is coming at you slowly. And then there's a moment where you're just totally stopped. And then you move towards the shot. So you totally stopped your motion.
It's probably because I thought that I was lined up properly and I was just waiting for the ball.
Even if you are, so even if you're perfectly lined up, you don't want to stop your motion. Flow, you're ready to go. So as an example, I'll show you there. If I'm here, I get the ball here, right? The ball's my point is perfectly. I'm not going to stop here. You see I'm frozen in the loop? What I would do, the ball's here, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Right? I'm still active. Right? I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm pushing my legs. I'm active. It's not to say oh, Chris, I need you to think about hopping up and down the way after.
Right, because that's the only stimulus input I'm getting other than your words. It's like, oh, I just need to bounce on my feet more.
Yeah, so that's not what that's the end result.
Right,
but
right.
It can manifest differently for everybody, right?
Okay.
Or you can just kind of have that happen naturally. But that's not the focus, right? That's telling you to focus on doing something, where it's no, you focus on something internal, you'll see the end result. The idea is you want to get yourself in this space where when that ball, when you're ready for a shot, right? You can move in any direction at any time, and you can flow through that shot. And if you can have that consistent flow, right? As opposed to being stop and then start. Right? It's when we're looping, I'm blocking you. Even if I'm blocking stop at the exact same spot, right? Really quick in practice. So just a little more looks as an example, right? How are you doing, right? Boom, 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 right? Just like naturally, you're light, right? You're a little bit, I don't want to say buoyant because I don't want you to think about balancing per se, but you're light. You're light, you're active.
And buoyant's my word, it just helps me.
Yeah.
But
like,
yeah, I understand. Not bounce, not necessarily bouncing.
Right, so your body's active and you're light, you're ready to go. If you looped, if you stop like this for the next ball, even if you're perfectly positioned, right, the ball's coming perfectly at you. If I was to loop and pause for this long, right, before a loop, right, that just, even if you're looking at me right now, that looks pretty unnatural, right? And it's very hard to come out of that, right? So like inertia, you can't flow through it. Right? It's like you have to stop and start. It takes a lot of energy to start up, and you know ultimately it's a little bit of time too. So you look here, real closely.
Yeah, just
So moving, and it's how you totally froze, right?
yeah, sure, probably intentional.
So you want to set. So that's flow there.
That
The
wasn't.
one before, the first one wasn't, the second one was, and then the last one. Last one was sort of like you're kind of reading it, so that didn't look too.
If that ball hit you.
Yeah. So this is good, so that's good.
Yeah, I paused again.
It's still a small amount, but it was like, yes, you're right. You did have a little bit of rigidity there. I was talking, when I said it was good, it was before Yeah, I'm not asking you to be smooth and dancing like Fred Astaire. But it's just like staying active. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. So that was awesome. Right. Look at your feet on that pivot. Going from the belly, pop, 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 pop. Right? And I don't think that's because you're thinking, let me, do this.
No.
There's probably some other trigger, but like.
Yeah, finding the ball is,
Yeah. But it's just like, it's a constant finding the ball. It's a constant, like.
I think there's, I don't know, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I think that it's potentially, there's a lot of evaluation going on, and that's what stops me. Yeah, and it's not conscious.
Yeah.
I just think it's spectating to watching.
Yeah.
It's just seeing like, oh, did I do that right?
Yep.
Or instead of just playing the ball, because it's already left. It's like there's nothing I can do about it. It's like I keep going back to. I think this is really, for me, it's useful to say this to my students, but I don't know how useful it is to them. I have a lot of tips like that where I think that I don't know if anyone has ever gotten any use out of this tip, but I think it's a clever tip. I feel that because we're the one hitting the ball, there's like this connection between what I've done and what the ball does. So there's an immediate like, oh, I did that immediately takes you out of the point. It's what it should feel like is as if you're playing doubles. And you have to play the ball because you're not the one hitting it. So you're reacting to, sure, the ball's going wide, so that means the shot might more likely go wide, but you have no connection to how you struck the ball. You just have to play the ball because you're not the one who hit it. So there should be this. I don't know if that works because I could see how people would interpret that poorly because you are the one who hit the ball, and in fact, the way I hit the ball and the way it felt can tell me a lot about where that ball's going, but I can't evaluate it. I just have to let it happen, and that's so woo and bullshit. But we're talking about all of this shit happening in a half a second, and it's like
that's the point, right? So that's what makes this difficult for someone like you and me, where we want to analyze everything fully, right? And you have to be like, no, you can't, right? You have to take what you can.
Right. I also can't want to.
Yeah.
Because yes, there's the can't, but also just because I can't, if I still want to, then that will be bad. That will a bad result as well.
Yeah, the wanting to is problematic because I mean there's some amount of like striving for it. There's something in here that's like, I'm striving for this thing.
Yeah.
That's both unattainable, physically, actually literally unattainable, and then also, even if you were to have it, how much more useful it would be is very, very hard to say.
Yeah. Agreed.
That is why you can have like people that are just like absolute dummies, pretty good at ping pong, right? Because they can just play and flow. Like you don't need to be the most analytical to be in the moment to play,
Sure.
right? If you're a bench coach and you're the one that's taking time to observe and say, yeah, okay, that's okay. That's right. But not everyone's a good player. Not everyone can be a good player. Not everyone can be a good coach, right? Like some guys who are really good at playing can't be a good coach or bench coach, and vice versa. Right? You can be really analytical, really clever, but if you're always stuck there and you can't process fast enough, you're not going to be a good enough player. Not going to be that good of a player.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was good. A little pause. This good. Right? Just active.
I mean, it's almost like it's almost because I took the forehand on the backhand side. I knew I had to get back over, so in the knowing I had to get back over, that just created activity.
Yeah, activity. But you notice the activity, you weren't even pivoting more. You took 2 or 3 steps in the same spot. You were just kind of like, you were just active, right? You weren't moving. Like you moved at the start, but then you were just like, you were active. You were ready to move. Yeah, sorry. What was it called that? So you're gonna go pop, right?
Right. Sure. Yeah. Even in the moment of the stroke, there was adjustment.
Right. So you made that first pivot, which was a technical, was a move, right? And then the next 2 was just like,
I only saw one, but yeah, sure.
you were ready to move, right? You hopped, it's like, oh, do I need to? Nope.
Right. Like as if maybe that ball edged.
Yeah.
And then I could right or whatever, or it kicked weird. Yeah. And I missed it. Yeah.
And you're prepared. Because, you know, the 2 biggest, so when we talk about tracking the ball, you know, it's like that Forrest Gump line, that scene, you know, never ever take the eye off the ball. When you're tracking that ball all the time, right? The 2 most common dead zones that really get people are as it's approaching someone's paddle, so approaching your opponent's paddle. So you hit the ball, it's left your paddle, right? So on that approach, usually there's a little bit of a lapse, right? And then people try to capture it again after someone's hit it. Like you want to capture it before they hit it, so that way you can anticipate what the hit is going to be. Okay?
I mean, can I be more than 1,000% sure or something? Sure. I'm like 1,000% sure that I know what that feels like. I can't access it all the time, but I know what it's like to like see someone's like zoom out slightly to capture them as the ball's approaching their paddle, especially with Ash. Seeing how the paddle's angled, seeing their body position, and then using that to cheat a little, which is like not cheating if you're using like actual data. You're not cheating. Cheating or not. I'm using it and then anticipating where that ball's going to go, and I know what that, as opposed to just letting it happen and then reacting to the ball after it crosses the net on my side, which is what we talked about.
So, yes, so that's one dead zone, right? The other biggest dead zone is after the ball bounces on your side of the table.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
You've harped on that a lot. Especially when we did our smashing for 2 hours over there, and I tore my shoulder out, or whatever that was. And we were talking about how you got to stay active even after the ball bounces.
Yeah, especially after the ball bounces. Right.
Well, right, because you still have to hit it, right?
You still have to hit it. More importantly, right? When the ball's flying to you, over from that side to the bounce, right? You have a lot of time to recognize that path of the ball, right? A lot of time to recognize it, but you're still not hitting it. The time after the bounce to the paddle is a very small amount of time.
And it's changing direction, and it has that grip on the table, so you don't know.
You just saw.
That's right. Yeah. You can only get so far in your evaluation of how and when you're going to hit the ball, up to the moment of the bounce. You have to double your.
Now, granted, when the ball's moving faster, it's actually easier after the bounce because it's moving fast, so it's covering a lot of distance in a short amount of time. Whatever kicking vector that it's on, right?
Over that given distance, it'll move
Over
less.
the distance is less because it moves a certain amount of time.
Yep.
So when it's faster, right, people can be no-brainers and just blah, 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 blah. But that's why people don't like playing people that are slow with good touch. Like, oh, you know, I play better when someone hits it fast at me. I'm better at that.
And that totally makes sense.
It's like, yeah, and you actually are. Because you're not reading the ball. Right? That tells me you don't know how to read the ball, or you're not actually reading the ball. Somebody who's just slow and spinning, you don't know how to handle it. It's because you don't know how to really read the ball, and you're not paying attention to it. And those are very difficult for that reason. So
Yeah, it's amazing that like the slightest amount of hook on a ball to a beginner or even a low intermediate player, like they're whiffing on the ball because they're not reading it off the bounce.
So, like, for instance, the reason I like the shot so much was because that ball coming over to you was slower, right? You hit a ball, and it was slower. You had time. But because you had time, because the ball's slower, it also has more potential to kick more in that amount of time. So it has more distance to it. Okay. So, you know, being ready, being prepared for all of that, that can move.
Allows you to
time,
adjust.
Right? Allows you to adjust. It keeps you active. It keeps your inertia going. So when you do decide to move, it's much easier.
Inertia. Yeah.
Right? Newton's first law. So,
Yep.
so that's why I like that so much. So that frozen there.
Yep.
So these.
Yeah, that was
see
too
how
late.
hard
That was
it's
too
going?
late. That was too late.
Yeah.
That was way too late on that push.
And
Oh
you
my
see how
god.
hard those shots, how difficult those shots were once you decided to start moving. Because you start and stop, right? It's not because you didn't want to, right? You think you're in good position, but once the activity ceases, there's a lot of energy it takes to start and stop, right? You know, stop.
No, oh god. Yeah, for sure.
So getting to the backhand, getting to the push, getting to the block, all of those relate, right?
Very late.
Right?
Very late. Yeah.
Right? So one part of it is yes, recognizing it a little late is one, but then
But then if you're not active, then
that compounds,
it compounds. Yeah.
right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so you're totally on the same page. You understand? Nice. And that was late. And now okay. So the last two balls you started getting a little flow, you missed. But you know, if you start getting into a flow after ball 3 or 4, you know, the most important shot is which one, right? The most important shot is the next one, right? Right in front of you. You can't wait until 4 shots are in. So what I will say though, what I do like nicely.
Oh, what you like nicely? That made your own brain short out. You're like, what the fuck are those words?
That's your bigly move. So, no, what I really like compared to the last time we did this
With Julian.
is it's not all the way there yet, but it's getting better, right? Is the flinch speed, right? The latency from contact to movement on average is short. Okay. Not at our goal yet, but it's short, which is good because that's progress, right? I'm not expecting to right switch and something there. So recognition's getting a little bit better, which is good. And nice. That was actually good. Did you see that movement there?
I was looking at top half
So
here.
look at the feet. Boom. Never stopped. Never stopped, right? Never stop just means it's active. It doesn't. You don't have to force it per se. It should be a pretty smooth activity. A little frozen there after the serve. Good serve. Nice.
Gotta trust the grip on that.
Good. Okay, good. Awesome. All right. First defensive shot, not good preparation. Everything after that, excellent though. So good ball there. I like that change. And then you stopped. You admired, you spectated that downline shot. Like you kind of bounced back, but not really. It was just like you meandered first step, and that's how this happened. And then, but after that, look fighting. After the lob, we did pause for a moment, but since it was high enough, we didn't like have enough
Re-engage,
time
yeah.
to get in there. So you can see where the moments of like, where your pause is. Good pause, active. And you stayed. So I love after that first hard block, you stay super sharp after that first hard block. Ready? Boom. So to the back. Right? And that's really good. So you defended well after this first reach. Right? That first reach was avoidable. Because you made a good shot, spectated. Oh shit, she made a good shot. I'm in trouble. Now I'm gonna really hustle. Right? Once you recognize you're in trouble, you really hustle. But like, I want to see that kind of
Proactive hustle.
yeah, just like that level of urgency, right? And intensity. Just be like, oh, all the time. Right? One shot at a time. Like you don't think of it as like, oh, my whole match I can do it. It's a daunting task. Just this next shot. This next shot. Just gonna one shot at a time. You know, but you can see that both kind of things happen, right? And you saved yourself by being able to do it. Yeah, a little frozen. Very frozen.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, that was really annoying. I remember that point.
Frozen.
Because the shot was amazing. I love the shot was great. It did exactly what I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
And then I admired.
You admired, you stay frozen, you were late to recognize and late to move all of it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And it was a high shot. So that ball came off her paddle. Where did you first flinch? Let's see. Good shot. That ball hit her side of the table.
I would say it was right before the bounce.
Just as it hit, you're like, oh, now I gotta move.
Yeah.
Right?
I recognized all of that in the moment. For sure. That's why I screamed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw that in real time. Yeah. Can we make a meme out of that? Like, this is just like raw rage.
Yeah. There were people playing in the private. They all looked at me.
Oops. Sorry, guys. It's not you, it's me. Nice. Okay, that's okay though. I like the. Even though you missed, I'm just looking at your movement here. Set. Nice little flow after the shot. It doesn't have to be super. Again, you don't have to move like Lin Chino. You're flowing. You're constant. You're constantly active. Twist shimmy there.
Yep.
Nice. A little frozen, but I liked that first move this time. Really after the flip. Really good initial move. And I like that you moved through the shot, right? I just, you know.
Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean move through the shot?
So it means so you move to the ball. So that's like getting to, about to hit the ball. Right? And then you move through the ball. So like, as you're hitting that shot, your body's also moving, and then your feet are also moving. So to me, that's moving through the shot. A lot of people
As opposed to.
hitting the shot and not following through with your body.
Oh, okay. You're specifically referring to the body. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Body slash
that's
feet.
why you. That's why you didn't say because I didn't. I expected you to say. I'm like, don't you just mean follow through? But you're not.
Move through the shot. So the move is the lower body. Shimmy. Flips. There's that. Good. I can see the lower body working through. Now, if the ball's in front, because that approach was good, I would have expected the feet to follow more forward if that ball was shorter. But it's because I can see the intention was good, as opposed to if you just swung and your feet, like there was no intention in your lower body.
Are you talking about the loop or the flip?
The loop. The flip was good too, and then but I'm commenting specifically on the loop.
Can I watch the game?
So flip, and spring back, a little pause back there, but then you loop with the whole body, which is good. Good. Get ready. Nice. Nice try. These are pretty good. You're a little. Now I'm just going to mention this since we're pretty good in sync about like what we're talking about feet wise. So I'm just going to as you get in there, you can take a look at this and just plant the seed now. When they're attacking at you, someone's attacking at you, you want to always be prepared to play that ball defensively. You can look to be aggressive, you can look to be assertive, but you want to always in your back pocket be able to just block it. Just be able to.
Okay, I don't understand the context.
The context is this: she's attacking you, and you're playing aggressive chops, unnecessarily aggressive. But you may think that you're swinging the right way, which is how I'm pointing this out. That one?
Oh yeah. Well, sure, for sure. The second one for sure.
The second one for sure. First one is kind of borderline, right?
Oh,
if you had time, and you felt like you saw that, and the window was big enough, you could be like, that's fine. So that's what I'm saying. Borderline. It's really, did you see it well enough to actually warrant that shot selection? So you'll know better than me in your own head. That to me is borderline. The second one is here. You're out of position, and you went harder than the first one, right? You went harder.
Yeah, that's. I think that's mostly because of with the P4. Like I feel like if I don't snap, I mean it's an angle thing too. But if I don't snap down to pull the ball down, the ball will go long. Like if I'm passive with a surprise chop block that I'm not prepared for, which is like all of them. I found that if I don't pull down hard enough, the ball goes long. And also, that's just an angle thing too.
So I'm going to replace that thinking. Jedi mind tricks here right now. This is not the focus that you should be okay? And we're going to replace that with the same mentality and approach that you're doing right now for loops, your series, and your shot, and everything else, right? Hold that ball. Judge how that ball's going across the net and where it's landing, and adjust with your feel. Don't think about the triggers of your angle or your pull down. Adjust with your feel.
Okay.
Find that feel, walk into that feel, which is going to take time. Okay? But search for it, right? The same way you're searching for yours, and then use that to guide you. Because these kinds of motions, and the way you're describing it, is that's like when someone tries to learn all the kind of textbooks. It's like, oh, let me see this YouTube video. This guy said, put my arm down.
Yeah.
Do it for the sake of doing it because you saw it.
I get questions like that from students too, where it's like, we'll go through a whole thing where we're like working on something, and then they come out of that with, so what angle should I use? Like, as if that's the. Why couldn't you have just told me what angle to use? Like, no, because there's feeling there that you have to.
And that's and exactly right. So it's like because your angle it depends so much on what's coming at you.
It depends. Ellipses.
Yes.
They
Right.
just-
Yeah. What they're doing
Depends on
to
everything.
you, with
Yeah.
your placement, just a million things, right?
Okay.
But if you can dial into your touch,
Right.
then
I'm
you're
just-
solving for so many of those little bit.
I want to do that with the tips.
Yeah.
Today.
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect. All right. So we can spend some time. So a little aggressive there.
Yeah.
And you can see, but even with that, all these shots they're not touch shots. Right? These aren't touch shots. They're not, or let me rephrase. The touch shots usually imply like soft. These aren't shots where touch is the intention. Or touch is part of the intention, right? Or at least not the primary. Whereas when we're talking about loops, right? Even now, you're being aggressive. I can see it. Right? When you're being aggressive, you're not just thinking, let me hit on it, right? You're thinking, I apply my touch to each of these loops. It's doing the thing that I want it to do because of how I feel it, not because of how I am swinging.
It's just such bullshit. It's so woo. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's very
I remember that one day that I was like, I asked you, I'm like, what is touch? And you were like, well, hold on a second. Yeah, because
I'm not going to give you a bullshit answer. Like, I know what I'm saying. We're using bullshit differently.
No. I mean that you had to think about it like it wasn't an easy like, oh, touch is this.
Right.
It's not. Yeah. It's.
And it's, yeah. So in any case, the point is, I can see that that's
Right.
part of your intention now
But not here.
with your forehand.
But not with these chop blocks.
Not with these chop blocks.
Oh,
I
stinks.
saw that. Yeah, okay.
Crazy.
Okay.
Ugh.
Now, does this mean you can't play? Your feet are totally set. No, I mean, you look at guys like Amir Khan, I mean, he still moves a little bit. He flows just as other. So that was a nice defensive back hinge, out of a bad position there. Nice ball, right? So I would say, if I'm being nitpicky, I would just say, we need to talk about decision making there. But before we get to that, it's like, okay, how is your intention given that you made some decision? How is your intention to for the execution? So I'm not talking about decisions, okay? So just strictly talking about intentions here, and these were good. These were good. So you made this ball definitely was a good touch shot on the backhand, the first one. The ball here, not the right decision, but good intention through the execution, right? And then you chose the forehand here, just kind of awkward, but there was still good intention through the execution. You see it, it's just like this little push, so you're trying to hold that ball. And that's good, touch-wise. That's good on the chance. I know I was focusing on the legs before, but we just started talking about touch, so that's a little bit less so. Yep.
What did I say?
Awkward placement.
Oh, why she missed, right? Yeah, which is basically me saying I didn't like my execution, but I didn't earn it. Well, I earned it with placement, I guess.
And that shot, right? How much touch is on that?
Oh god, nothing! That's why I screamed again.
Yeah. Well, he's going to missed it, but maybe. I don't know.
No, that's just it's very typical.
Yeah.
Great or right?
Great. You look really upset. Nice. Oh. Intention was good. Actual positioning wasn't good, but the intent, the movement was good. Yeah. So this is good. Like you moved, stepped. Like I like that. You just misread the ball, right? It was deeper than you expected, but I like the intentionality with the feet. So, I'm saying, you need to read the ball better. Like that's a different thing. But I like that. Standard jab. Nice. That was pretty. And it starts from before the shot. It starts from you're getting out of that serve, right? So boom, right? Move through the shot, move out of the shot.
And then ready for the next one.
Yeah, so moving out of the shot. That's what we're doing. Just constantly acting. Boom, nice.
Well, that's when the intention meets reality. That's the cho.
Yeah.
It's like when
The edge didn't matter.
right. No, yeah. When the world snapped back into focus, it was like, oh yeah, look at that, I manifested.
And you froze it again.
Yep.
That to me was a not as high percentage shot as we would like to see.
I think I said too long.
Nice. Oh, you gotta make that one. Those last two you got into a pretty good flow. It started the point, not so much. We're frozen. And then now we're getting into good flow.
Even though the feet aren't moving.
Yeah.
Even though the feet aren't moving, is what I said.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see how there's activity there, right? There's
Show me again. I don't see any activity.
Yeah, so it's not, you don't have to, your feet don't have to be down off the ground to have activity, right? Just not being a statue. Yeah, see, I was frozen for a moment. I was frozen. Now we're kind of, now there's a little bit of.
Okay, I see.
But only the last 2 shots, right? It took until those last 2 shots to kind of get there. And that last shot, I'm not upset with you. You missed, but like you were trying to do something, right? I like that. You went boom middle, and then you tried to go wide. You did everything what your mind wanted. Your body clearly followed and showed, and you just missed the shot. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that, right? And as you should also not be upset with that. So, okay, I mean, I wanted to make the shot, but now that's pretty good. Nice. Yeah. Minimally herky-jerky between the shots, right? A tiny bit, but like, I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. As soon as he pops it up, and then you recognize you're in trouble, then you kind of start to move, but you're too late.
After this one.
It's all right. So, it looks like the pattern is you're a little bit better about it on the receive service than you are on the receive.
Yeah.
Did you want to watch it? I think this is enough to
Let's go.
get some hits.
Yeah.
I only have, well, I mean, I have more for you to watch, but
Yeah.
I only have one other set of matches that from last week after, the big revelation or whatever, or the
Yeah, we can
instruction.
review that later on as well.
Yeah.
But I think this was good enough for our purposes today. So thank you for making sure that you're recording and going through this.
Yeah.
But yeah, after your serves, I know that you're springing back quickly, which is, again, progress from last time. Okay, I don't want to diminish your efforts and what you've done from there. And it's like, all right, now what's the next step, right? So it's progress from last time, and I think you should make sure that you have that as an important takeaway there.
Okay.
Not just like, oh, here's what I need to do, here's what I'm missing. It's like, yeah, but like, here's the gap that you filled so far. Okay. Feel the ball. Change it over. Something's different. Change it over. Try to get it thinner.
No, I mean, I haven't hit a ball since Friday, so 6 days. So it feels a little awkward right now.
See if we can engage with the more kind of dress.
Okay.
Especially for you, for anyone, that's like a really good starting point, but especially for you because like you naturally have that. Like,
Yeah.
Your hard bad days of your. Find some feeling. Right? There you go. Whew. I still remember the first time we ever played.
What's that?
I still remember the first time we ever played.
I do too. What do you
We
remember?
were like a kid in a candy shop. Like, what? I can do this one?
I hate that feeling so much. I talk to my students about that too. This idea, like, when I couldn't believe that.
What I was so shocked about was that I got the, like, because I specifically talked about the difference. Like, I feel it here, and I don't feel it here. And you're like, right, that's like palm touch versus finger touch, or wood touch versus sponge touch. So I'm like, and it was like, yeah, that's why we do this, to feel it here, because you don't really feel it here when you hit with the sponge paddle.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't like.
You can. You just drive through it. But it's not as the feedback is not as immediate, right? Or as much as hard that now. These are nice, right? Really, really nice. Okay. Just touch-wise and composure. Very good.
Yeah, I'm a little like sleep schedule's a lot, like off a lot. Like off, so like everything's a little out of focus. Yeah. Weird.
Where do you want to start? That was a good place to start. Extend that touch, extend that feeling. Yeah.
I want that so bad.
Huh?
I want that so bad.
What?
And like, as soon as the ball comes to your elbow, there's like that immediate. And that was something that I was finding it when I was practicing with Isabella. Like all players of a certain caliber, they just get like if they're forehand focused, there's just that automatic like if the ball comes to the elbow, it's just here, boom, boom, and I just step over. I find it really proactive pivoting to forehand. I'm fine with. I feel really good when I'm proactively, but reactively pivoting is like not even pivoting, just turning. Like for random forehands, really hard.
Yeah, certain, and especially when you don't recognize until the light's just on the table.
Yeah. It works.
Give yourself some more time for starters. So you can engage that blade more.
Sorry.
So you can engage that blade
More.
just more through. Get that ball one over there. You're not here right now.
Yes.
Right, let's see. There you go. Much better. Just to find that feeling, just to also like train yourself to trust that you can hold that touch, trust that you can play at this trajectory.
Oh, because of this
Because it's a spin. Yeah. That's very, very, very good. Couple more.
Do you how good is messing around with chop blocking on the inverted side? Like I never do drills with it, but I do fuck around with it just for touch purposes. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Is that no, and that's why I want to know if it's if you think it's hurting me or helping me. I don't see how it would be hurting me.
I didn't explicitly do that until probably after when I came back to table tennis after college. I started doing some exercises to just like find my feeling again. Because before that, I was playing so much. I was playing a game with chop up just coming. Someone was coming at me like, just because my touch was there, I knew how to do it. Same thing on the forehand side. But yeah, I mean, if you drill it, it's fine. As long as the intention is right. Like if you're thinking, I can hit it 35 degrees down, 45 mile an hour max speed, 2,000 RPM.
I mean, that's why I've never like asked. Really, we did a little bit of it, but like, it's way too touchy to even think about that. So for me, I just like, I don't know, even when it works, people go, whoa! I go, I don't know what I do. Like, I don't know how I get it.
Yeah, so like if you're just sitting there, you're like, you're just trying to find your feel, just like dial into your touch.
Yeah, I do all the time.
Like, I would say do that for anything.
Yeah.
Any shot. If you're like, oh, this is a shot I'll probably do at some point. Okay, well, like, do a couple lobs at the side. When I feel the ball, I just say, yeah, exactly. That's what was moving at you beforehand. Like, do a forehand chop, chop block. Alright, go hips, hips. Nice.
Ooh. That felt like no touch on that last one.
Yeah. But do you know why?
Was I in position? It wasn't the shot. I intended to hit a shot that I was not prepared for.
Yeah.
It was like I was like flowing up this way, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna.
Yep.
Yeah, like it was too far.
Yep.
My elbow finger extended as well.
Yeah. A lot of clues to tell you what that was. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no grip.
Try to go harder with leading with a touch. Yep. Nice. That's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, these are great. Yeah, excellent. So a couple things happen.
It's so. What's the? Jeez. So. Where's your touch? There it is. It's just.
Yeah.
Go ahead, where are you?
Like, you might have to train you with blindfold.
What?
With blindfold on. Just like block out your senses and to like really feel the ball.
I watched a video of a professional bowler with his back to the pins, and the person was bowling this way, and he was sitting in a chair, and the guy was bowling in an empty place, and from the sound of the pins,
He knew what was happening.
he knew like 85% of the time, you could tell which pins were still standing. Everything, like the 145. Yep. That was like a loose
Wow, you missed the
strike.
one?
Loose strike, but a loose strike. Oh, that's like 275. Whatever. And it was like he was right most of the time. It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
And that's that's like it's like good ear touch. I mean,
Yeah, but
it's the
that's
same
like
kind of thing.
full awareness.
Yeah.
Full awareness. So the reason these things are really good just now. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
You're really focus on your feeling. So that manifests as like your acceleration is smooth, right? It's in sync with the ball's acceleration, right? We talked about that. But very importantly, you're constantly flowing, right? You got to the ball, you're moving through each shot, right? And then you're moving out through the shot. So the moving through the shot is helping you with your touch, right? As opposed to just sticking your arm out. Right, so moving through that ball with that acceleration. Again, you're not thinking about the acceleration, but you're thinking about your feeling, right? And your body supporting that. And then moving out of it is keeping the flow and activity, which again makes it easier to move through and apply your touch with the next shot, right? That's like all this extra preparation, this activity, right? It's to position yourself well, blah, 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 but it's to help you with your execution. So support that execution, support that intention of what you want to do. Because you can have the great intent, and maybe you don't need your feet. Maybe you're so good with your touch of hands. They're like, oh, I don't have to move my feet, right? And make something happen up to a certain extent. Yeah, some people can do that up to 2,200, right? Some people can do it up to 1,500, whatever. But like, just imagine how much better it is when you actually use your legs, right? It's like fighting with one hand tied behind your back. Some people are still really good at it. But if they had two hands, holy shit, you know? So the point is, right, the intention was helpful, but you saw how, you can take a look at the video, right? You see how it flow is really, really smooth. To the ball, through the ball, out of the ball, right? To the shot, through the shot, out of the shot, right? Boom, through the shot, out of the shot, right? Through it, out of the shot, right? The next, right? That's it. So keeping that flow, right? You can be aggressive too, as long as you're working within those constraints. As long as it's not just like this arm jerk, you come lift, the whole body supporting the stroke, the whole leg.
Yeah, that's what Hank was telling me. Hank, when I in Philly, he was like, when you chop block, it's like you have to sink, like
Yeah, your
like
whole body supporting.
yeah. That was really helpful.
I'll just generalize that theory of relativity. Thank you. No. Those two. No
There's
body.
something here.
Yeah.
Do you get?
That's pretty. Yep. And the next one, fill out of it. Gotta fill out of the shot, Chris. Alright, so you finish. What's up, right? Finish the boom. Right, next one. It's small, but when you're pressing for time, that's good. Nice. Let's try. Yep. And extend the touch. Body's there, good. Body supporting, right. Yeah, body supported, not replacing. Okay? It's supporting your touch. So supporting the touch, but you still gotta extend the touch, right? Still gotta apply it. Boom. Nice. Good. Chopper. Nice try. So how your body's flowing with that. Very good. You can keep hacking away if you want.
Can.
Oh no.
Now it seems like there's not enough time to apply the touch.
Always
That's
touch.
what it feels like.
Always
It
time
feels
to
like.
apply your touch. Your touch is happening here, right through the shot. Everybody did that to you. I did this to you, right? Yeah, so all apply the touch happens here, right? Your body body positioning, your weight to support your balance, that's all different. But everyone can apply at least with your upper body. Nice. Nice, nice. I like that. Good. That's good. Good flow, good flow, good flow, get back to it. Good, read it. Nice. Let's try. Last shot didn't apply touch. Last shot.
You're right.
You're
That
heading
was rushing.
Yeah, you're heading to get there. There you go. Right. And you could hit it harder later, but you saw how different that felt.
No, it's right. It's like
Composure-wise.
it was that. I think that I saw it short. My intention is I am going to get there in time, and I wasn't there in time, so I rushed. Because I could have, by the time I got there, this is the adjusting until you hit the ball. Like I could have applied my touch with like a drop shot, but I got there too late to apply my touch. I guess.
At least you thought.
Yeah, I guess. But my intention was there, and so it was the wrong intention.
Yeah, and you got frazzled with it because you got surprised. It's part of the point. That's why I try to surprise people.
Right.
No hacking, feel it all. Nice.
Balance.
Feel that. Even if you're off balance, you're leading. Yeah, even if you're off balance. Not just here. Alright? Try to keep enough composure. Keep something left in the tank. Always apply some. Okay. Nice try.
Oh yeah.
Apply.
I went left. It was short. To the end of my stroke. Died.
But sometimes you'll be in extreme situations where you can't really, you just do what you do.
But you have to fight, right?
You gotta fight, yeah.
How do you when I'm chop blocking, there's no like there's less room to applying the touch is not limited to extending your I mean I can't extend here. But this feels harder to do. So like find touch here on top of the table. Like
This is why like the time you'll see a lot of pros when they're pushing hard, like the paddle hits the table.
yeah, for sure.
Through the shot.
Yeah.
So that's basically what's happening. Right?
Yeah.
That's how you do it. But also generally when you're doing an underspin close to the table, your swing's gonna be smaller too because the shot is shorter and not as aggressive.
Can you apply your touch in a really small area? That's what you can do when you get better, right?
Exactly. And you're not hitting it as hard. Right? You don't need to accelerate as fast as you. It's a soft, that's what we call soft touch. Soft touch. Read the balls, right? Pitch ball, right? Read the ball. And always moving fast, moving in, running through, it's okay. It's moving through, yeah, right? 70% touch there. That's good.
It pivoted right as you made contact. Yeah, I think I was blind to that, for sure.
Yep.
I didn't see the direction change until the ball was flying through the air.
Yeah.
I didn't see your paddle at all.
Yeah, so you have that light here, your dead zone here. Can you hear me now? Nope. Nice. Good composure. Oh, and then gotta move out. Yeah. Good. All right, maintain as we move up, maintaining that focus, maintaining that composure.
That connection.
So I'm starting to see you really grasp this now. How's it feeling? The way that you're engaging, like just your whole body engaging with each shot, each movement.
Good. I don't know if it feels any different in particular. I just need to find the trigger words that will bring it back. I mean, I feel much more comfortable finding all of this touch on the when it's regulating to one side.
Yes.
And not a transition.
Yep. All right, give me a couple more. We're gonna play at points.
Yep.
Just play free.
Yep.
Apply your touch every shot. Go through it all. Strike. On top of that, strike.
There's nothing. I don't feel any connection.
Yep. So your dead zones right now. Big dead zone over here. In terms of tracking the ball. Big time. You're hitting the ball, and I know that you're thinking about getting back, but you're losing sight of that ball, losing track of that ball. True. You know what I mean? Nice. Oh! Ah, damn. That was nice. That was really nice. Yeah, no dead zones.
It's so hard to create that 100% concentration, because it's all me, right? Like, I shouldn't be serving until I'm ready.
Yep.
So until that ball contacts my paddle, this is all that matters.
Yep.
But then to rip that Band-Aid off and be like, now that's done. My doubles partner served. Now I have to pay attention to the ball as it travels. And
I don't think we're that way. Too many it's too discrete. I'm thinking each thing, like, yes, you want to focus on the thing in front of you, but not as a separate, not like, okay, here and then on to the next per se, because that's very choppy, right? Just flow, just stay on the ball. And that ball, once it's active.
Once this happens,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
That is a level of attention
Yeah.
that I have to pay to the ball.
And then I'm going to stay engaged with that ball, right?
Yeah.
Throughout. All right, so let's try that. Just stay engaged with that ball throughout. All right, forget, don't worry so much about anything else.
I don't really look at the ball all that intently. And I know that that's like a huge thing. It's like this locking, eyes wide, blocking the ball. I don't really do that. Where am I looking when I? Yeah, I'm kind of like my eyes kind of like so I kind of defocus.
Yep.
That's such a different feeling. I've never done that before. Even though I tell everyone to stare at the ball before they serve.
And I can see why, if you do that, his eyesight can get better. Go from glasses to no glasses. Stay engaged with that ball, stay engaged. Nice. Those were all good. Those were all good focus. Stay engaged. You thought it was done.
Yep.
I can physically see the instant it
switched off.
snapped.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I saw the string that's just cut.
Connection. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I'll say all that is excellent. So look, even though you're moving here, right? I saw you were locked in. Like, oh, you can come back. You know, you overstepped, okay, but you were still locked in on that ball. You couldn't come back. That's really nice, right? Again. And stay engaged. Right? Yes. Connect those two. That's a shot that never would have happened before. That's a shot you probably would have gotten stuck just blocking, right? Historically. You hit that down line shot.
On the rise like that.
Yeah, you hit this ball and I lob it, and you probably that would be a more defensive shot because you're spectating. You're usually stuck spectating. You're either going to be defensive if you're going to make it, or you're like, oh crap, you're being aggressive and it's going to be jerky. Especially this time when you're boom, you're close, fully engaged. All right, I recognize I didn't spring back, but I'm still fully engaged. Oh look, there's an option to take it off the bounce wide, right? And you'd be totally composed to do it. Nice. That's okay. That's awesome. You looped it. Look. You're ready to loop again, right? If I didn't hit that net.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Locked in, baby.
Oh.
Last one. Yeah, one more. Until you miss. You keep moving this down. That's good though. Yeah, it hit a dead spot by right too. But like preparation wise, right? So that was kind of out of your control because my rubber's like anti at this point. That was excellent. Last point too. Right, serve, got ready, boom. Did that feel different? The way you were engaging with the ball?
So hard to say. It's so hard to.
Like I said. Yeah, because like you're not
So
used
hard to
to
access my feelings
I know, right?
for previous matches.
I think but you can see but you can even just look at the end result compared to
Yeah.
what you're seeing
I'll
there.
do that. I'll do that.
And that take a look later. Okay, that looks a lot smooth, right? You'll see that. But to the casual observer on the street that's watching this match and then watching this practice, they're not going to notice the difference. right?
No.
Because we're talking about like tenths of a second. It's like, ooh, you pause there.
I'm gonna see it though.
But we can't because you've got that level of granularity now.
I can see it. I don't know if I can feel it.
Yeah, you just gotta do it more. But you'll be able to recognize it right now.
I mean, the 2 times I screamed, I felt it.
Okay, so but how about comparing it to before you were totally locked in, right? Where you're just like, man, I kind of my eyes are glazed over. You know, I do defocus and I lost that ball.
Yeah, I noticed that part of it, but
Yeah.
I didn't notice in particular the blind spot when the ball crosses the net to your side.
Because when I say blind spot, it's not like it's totally
No,
blind.
no,
spot,
I
right? It's just like
No, I'm using our vernacular that we come up with.
yeah.
And that's what I mean by that sudden pull away, because there's this is the part where it gets confusing for me. Not confusing, but it's like you can fall into this hole. Like people hear about like watching the ball, and then it's like, do you watch your opponent? And it's like, yes. In the process of watching the ball in your peripherals, that's the whole like zoom in, zoom out thing that helped me understand this principle.
Yeah.
But on the serve side, it almost feels like after I serve, the feeling it approaches is I'm taking my eye off the ball completely, and I'm just looking at what my opponent's going to do. So at least I can get a read on, is this a push or a flip? If it's top spin or back spin, then I know where to go. That's almost what it feels like. But it might just be that I'm in the process of reading the ball or paying attention to the other side of the table.
Yes.
That is feeling more like I'm watching my opponent than watching the ball.
Yeah, I get that. But in any case, my hope is that even at the end there, you should feel smoother.
It's hard to say whether it felt better, but it felt good.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
it felt good.
That's good. Sir.
Right,
I'll take
right.
it.
Now, objectively, it might be better, but I don't know if I felt better. I just know that it felt good.
It felt good is good because you can't say you always feel good when you're playing.
Oh my god.
Right? Those first couple of points when you came right off of the serve attack, those first couple of points, you're like, nothing's connecting. Okay? So there's your contrast.
Yeah, that felt bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like that's kind of like that's a contrast. So like, okay.
Well, sure. No. Then yes. From beginning. Yeah. If I take it, if I just within this session. Yeah.
Within this
It felt that, yeah, within those, yes, that definitely felt better. It felt bad being disconnected.
Yeah.
Once I was drawn to it. Are you going to talk E or do you have to go?
I gotta go.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you.
Very good for a very good hour session.